I've literally just got home with something exciting. In a couple of videos recently, I've mentioned the need to go shopping or a specific project, specifically the Knox Urbane Mk2 riding shirt, and I bought it. But don't tell my wife, she's gonna be pissed. And still inside this panny here, as we've just got home, and I've just noticed I've left my ignition on, we have it. So let's have a look. The plastic bag covered, a branded coat hanger, which is nice. Yeah, let's see how flexible it is. Exciting. So the challenge has been for me, particularly having two bikes, is having gear that works with both bikes without buying everything twice. So far for some of my stuff I've managed that with the Climb GTX boots and the Knox Ursa gloves. Now firstly, I do want to say that I'm not sponsored by any of these brands or any of these shops that I go to. This is my genuine buying experience with the products I actually use. So let's have a look at the jacket. So let's have a look at the product. I will say my first impression is it is a quite heavy garment, but that's from the armour, but it is AA rated for abrasion. And I think the key thing for me is, particularly when you're buying gear, the look is obviously a consideration, but with this, with either of my bikes, I can just chuck something over the top and hopefully I won't look like a twat. But let's see how flexible it is in terms of what we can wear with it. Now the first way you can wear it is the sexy way. I've got nothing on underneath this, just as an outer shell. We'll see what it's like riding in a minute. And I will say, that's not the most comfortable thing I've ever worn. The mesh is a little bit itchy. I suppose it will soften up over time. It is quite tight, I suppose, or hugging I would call it. So I'm 13.5 stone. This is an extra large. I do like the thumb loops, that's a good thing. The zip seems quite robust. There is an internal pocket and two external pockets. The back protection feels quite nice. I definitely know it's there, which I do kind of like that. But yeah, the sexy way. Let's look at original. So original, just with a t-shirt underneath, not a long sleeve t-shirt. Again, I can feel that itchiness there, newness of product, but a long sleeve t-shirt would certainly resolve that. And as a base layer underneath, still plenty comfortable. Let's go for casual. So still with a t-shirt underneath, if we chuck a hoodie on, how we feel movement and how does it feel? Now for me, that's quite nice actually. I definitely feel like I've got a couple of layers on and I'm a little bit warm because I'm indoors, but out on the road, as we'll find out in a minute, I think that would work quite well, particularly if you don't want to be wearing a big bike jacket or you're going somewhere where you want to be a bit more relaxed looking. I think the other part we need to try is smart casual. So, smart casual. Excuse the unironed shirt, but I think with this tucked in, you could happily go out for dinner riding a motorbike. Perfect. You might have to take this off in the toilets though, but yeah, that works. Let's try 4 more. So, if you're in the business of doing business, need to look smart and only got a bike, it does work. I will say, you might need to go up a couple of sizes because the body armour does take a bit of the width up, but I think it's important. We've tried all these looks in the house, we should do it on the road. See you out there. So, here we go. Let's give sexy a bash.
I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Always they need a new replacement. Decentralized, can't contain it. We're changing lives, yeah, upgrading.
Now, I just did barely 500 meters there with nothing on other than this. And it's 17 degrees right now, although you'd be hard pressed to believe that. And I have to say, it's not as cold as I thought it would be. I mean, it's a warmish day. I think if it was in the mid to high 20s, this would be absolutely fine. You probably want to be riding somewhere very secluded or have perhaps more body confidence than I do. But no, I'm really impressed. And I like how the fact for my gloves, actually, the cuffs of the jacket fit nicely inside the gloves. I'm pretty fucking impressed, actually. I thought I was going to freeze my ass off. Right. Too original. Let's give that a go.
I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from
So again, that was another 500-600 meter ride just to get the sense of it. And I will say, even with a t-shirt on underneath, my arms aren't particularly warm. I think you'd have to have a lot higher temperatures really to be truly comfortable with not much underneath this. But no, yeah, let's try comfort. Let's put the hoodie on. Comfort mode. So I have the hoodie on, I've got a t-shirt underneath. The first thing I'm noticing is because I've got another layer on over that mesh, the itchiness is now sort of on my arm. So I feel that unless that mesh sort of really softens up, it is going to need a long sleeve t-shirt. Not a heavy one, or not even a base layer type. 10 quid long sleeve t-shirt from anywhere would do. But yeah, let's give it a ride and see what it feels like. Well, that was absolutely fine. It's quite a blustery day-ish. A little bit of wind, 17 degrees as I said earlier. And this is absolutely fine. I think if you were stuck in traffic on a hot day, it wouldn't be too bad. But I think even just if you had a light windbreaker on maybe, or a lighter hoodie. This is a really interesting product. But now, the smart casual. So again, excuse the unironed shirt, but let's see what smart casual's like. What I do notice is just having a lighter fitting garment on over the top, it's digging in less. I have got nothing underneath the Knox shirt, but it feels okay. Maybe it's just a case of getting used to it. But what I want to see is here, I've just got one light whole layer over nothing underneath it. Let's see how it performs.
It's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it.
What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night?
There we go. Another 600-700 meters we did there. What I am noticing this time, particularly when I went, there's a little S-bend there, and I was moving my body about. My nipples and this shirt are not friends right now. So maybe it's not an itchiness, maybe it's a nipple damage situation. But something to consider. If you're sat still, probably fine wearing nothing underneath. If it was a lot softer, again, wearing nothing underneath is probably fine. But in this situation, moving about a little bit and it being a new product and not soften up. Maybe I need smaller man tits, maybe that's the problem. I don't know. You'll have to judge upon your tits. To formal. So, formal. We're in the business.
You can see the writing on the pavement. Young kids, they're growing up in basements. Online, a whole new generation. I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Always, they need a new replacement. Decentralized, can't contain it. We're changing lives, yeah, upgrading. Call it suicide of the older generation.
What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.
And there we go. That was about 1 kilometre in more formal attire with nothing underneath again. Something loose around the arms again, stopping that constriction so it's not so itchy. My nipples right now, you could probably hang a wet bath towel off them. The chest is itchy as fuck, so it definitely needs a t-shirt underneath. I don't think that would be practical, at least not for me and my delicate soft skin. So let's go home and sum it up. One thing I do want to say before I go upstairs and do the summary is that I've just ridden home about 3 miles just wearing the shirt, nothing else, and this jacket. And yes, the itchiness and the scratchy and the nipple thing going on. It's so nice to feel this sort of cooling when you're riding and you're chucking it about a bit, but still feel this level of protection. Like, I don't think I've ever had a jacket. Well, no, I've never had a jacket that does this. And I'm quite shocked, really. So let's go upstairs and sum it up. Cheers. Now, home again, home again. What I will say, despite making fun of this video, this really is a cracking bit of kit. The things I like especially is this, having what is essentially my protective layer, being able to tuck right inside a not gauntlet glove. For me, that's a real big thing. But it sounds maybe too early to say because I've ridden it for a little bit of time. But I don't imagine what other motorbike jacket you'd need. This does everything. It's pissing down with rain. Put a relatively cheap over jacket on. It's roasting hot. Wear it the sexy way. But you still want that protection. And not a bad price. With the defence discount service or the blue light card at Sports Bike Shop, 10% off, 225 quid. Now as a headline figure that sounds a lot, sure. But for a jacket, once you stick something over it, can be any jacket. That's a fucking bargain. Cheers.